I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my holiday recommendations and TBR. I only have a couple of recommendations that I really wanted to emphasize. I have videos from previous years which I will link, and then I have some books that have come on my radar recently that I really would like to read between now and Christmas. So there you go. I'm going to do the recommendations first. From last year, I have How the Hitman Stole Christmas by Mariano. This is a dark Christmas romance. It wasn't too heavy. He kidnaps her because he decides that she would be the perfect girlfriend to take home to his family. And that's where the darkness comes from. There's a little bit of dubious consent, which she ends up being like completely okay with, but definitely the consent's not really there. Those are the dark parts. I actually loved the combination of dark and Christmas traditions and wrapping presents and all of the things. I thought it was really cute and kind of the slight twist on Christmas that I needed for how I was feeling. I really liked the dark romance and Christmas. Like, if you have recommendations like that, give it to me. Another one that was a dark Christmas romance from last year was Redemption by Wright. We have not safe for work artwork in this. The woman is escaping a domestic abuse situation, and you do get a domestic abuse scene right at the beginning, and it's pretty graphic, so be aware of that. Major content warning. But then she runs away with her kids, ends up in a snowstorm, gets snowed in with this guy who used to be part of the mafia in Chicago, I think, but got away basically, and then her abusive ex shows up and basically they murder him pretty graphically. And the two of them and her kids live happily ever after. So he lost his wife and son, I think it was son, back before he got out of the mafia. And so they both have baggage, but are exactly what each other needs. This year I read and loved Ho 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 by Rilzy Adams. This is a short novella that uses flashbacks in a way that I really liked because it's last Christmas, this Christmas. Basically, she kind of had a thing for a bartender last year, only saw him the one time, never saw him again, and then runs into him again this year and is telling him all the stories of her last year before they get together and hook up, and it's super hot. This year, I also read A Second Chance Trip for Christmas by Jackie Lau. This is Holidays with the Wongs #2. You can totally read this series of order. I did. I read the Chinese New Year one first, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas. I've loved each and every one of them. They're really light and funny and sweet. Not super angsty, but also not insta-love. And they follow a Chinese-Canadian family, and it's just adorable. There's a lot of food stuff in here. And I really like this one because he's a grump. This is a second chance romance, obviously indicated by the title. They were kind of high school sweethearts. They ended up breaking up towards the end of college just because of distance. They didn't make mistakes. They weren't incompatible, and now they're in their 30s. They're thrust back together by matchmaking parents and also get snowed in a motel. And it was super sweet. I loved it. Then I want to read Mistlefoe, A Mead Realm Tale by Kimberly Lemming. This is coming out, I think, on Christmas Day, and it is in the same world as That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, which I loved, and the cover is gorgeous. I love the cover so much, and I know that there's a fox demon in this, and that's, I think, all I really know. It doesn't matter. I'm super excited for it. Then I have Finding Christmas, which is Jacob Brothers #1 by Bella J. I'm not even sure what this one is about either. I really want to try one of Bella J's books though, and so I figured I might try this Christmas one. I believe she writes Black Love exclusively. I could be wrong on that though. Then I want to read Dipton Holly by Dana Isley. This is the author of Games We Play, which I loved. This is a BDSM erotica Christmas book, and I also have no idea what it's about, but I really want to read it because of the author. Then I have Melt for Us, which is Holiday Massman #2 by Molly Doyle. This one is the author of like the Scream reverse harem fanfic from Halloween, and I guess this is like a Christmas sequel. I thought it might be a standalone, but it's not. It follows the same foursome, so I might read the Halloween one first and then read this, but again, it's like kinky Christmas. That's what I want. Then I have an arc of Jingle Mingle by Alexandria House. She totally sent me the synopsis for this, and now I can't remember what it might be. So this is going super well. I I don't know. I do know that Alexandria House writes Black Love, and I believe that this is going to be exclusive to her website, at least upon release, if not forever. But if you don't want to get it from her website, she already has a bunch of Christmas shorts available in KU, which I've read and loved all of them. So those are available if you wanted to go that way. But this is a new one. I'm really excited for it. Then lastly, ones that I mentioned in my vlog that I would like to read are The Captain's Midwinter Bride by Liana de la Rosa. This reminds me of Persuasion by Jane Austen, even though they're not really the same storyline, because Persuasion by Jane Austen is the second chance romance. You have a captain who's been out to sea. Now he's back from the war with Napoleon, and they get a second chance after she had been persuaded to not give him a chance because he wasn't good at family and he wasn't rich, and now he's rich and a decorated officer, and she kind of regrets what she did. This one though is he's a captain, he's been fighting Napoleon, he's home, but they've been married for like 20 something years but barely know each other. It's been a marriage of convenience. He provided for her, but he's been at sea and at war this whole time, and she raised their children and did everything kind of on her own, and now they're together in the same house for a long period of time. For the first time in their marriage, their daughter's getting married, and turns out he's falling in love with his wife. And lastly, Gifting Me to His Best Friend by Katie Roberts. I need to read this book. I am just like, no, I can't just put it off till next year. I need to read it. This is a threesome where a married couple gets snowed in with his best friend and they all hook up. Because it's Katie Robert, obviously the steam is going to be top tier, so I really want to read it. I just haven't. So I need to try and prioritize this. And yeah, they're all kind of, I don't know what this list says about me, but these are the ones that I'm looking forward to. Let me know if you have any recommendations you think I might like, especially if you have a dark Christmas romance. I just like those apparently. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.